Hey everyone. A lot of people were asking me, they want to see the car and my cars. So let's take you over here to the white one. It's a Bonneville SE. It needs an H-frame and a motor. I bought it when the car was knocking. I thought it was a bent valve. Drove it 20 miles and it blew up like right there in my driveway. Remember, I live in Michigan, so we have rust. It's not in terrible condition. I bought it for like 250 bucks. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It gets any worse, I'll just use it as a parts car. This one, Bonneville SSE. Traded it for a quad. $350 car. When I bought it, had 130,000 miles. It has 189,000 miles on it. And it's all beat to fuck. Rockers are gone. Rockers are just toast. Still runs, drives, has heat. Doesn't really drive straight, but it is safe to drive. So, it is what it is. Both cars have the 3800. Then I got the Park Avenue Ultra. Bought this car for $750. Michigan car. Has rockers. Needs some fixing on the trim. And has a little bit of surface rust right here. Besides that, there's no rust on this car whatsoever. Needs some fixing on the trim. But the Park Avenue Ultra got a ding right there. No rust on the floorboards or the rocker panels whatsoever. Now this car has been in Michigan since 1995. All right, probably a year before that. And the little old lady had this, and she always garage kept it. She must have hit something there. But for a car that for $750, can't really complain much. Oh, definitely gonna have to fix that. But they got that back over there. Got some dropped headliner, but the seats, everything works. Everything. There's no rips in the leather. Does need a cleaning. Like I said, I live in a really sandy area. Surprising my front yard even has grass. Said headliner's dropping, but it's fine. Got your own little mirror there. This is also a 3800, but it's a 3800 Series 1 supercharged. Even the air ride suspension still works in this thing. Now, I'll lift the hood and I'll show y'all. I don't know what I want to do to this car yet. Like I said, it has a couple of nicks, but leather, this needs to be re-dyed. Cleaned up a little bit. But fucking amazing daily driver. Heated seats, climate control, traction control. I mean, I put a JVC head unit in it, so the AC Delco that comes with these, I hate these radios. They don't know to sound the greatest. Well, like I said, it's supercharged. Everything runs and drives on it. Brand new. Super start battery. 4 gauge running all the way back. I only have about a 600 watt amp right now, which is fine. If I go over 1,000 watts, then I'll run 0 gauge through it, but at this moment of time, I don't see no need. But I got the system, Kenwood, Hyphonics, extra battery. I know I'm using a lead battery. And people are probably going to say, probably you shouldn't do that. You should use AGM batteries. And they're absolutely right. But with a 500 or 600 watt system, you really don't need it. But since this car is power everything, I do get a little bit of light dimming. So it's there more for stability for the power system than producing extra power per se. It is helping the amp, yes, but it's helping me from not rolling down the road and having light dimming. And I'm not even light dimming like a bitch. It's just every single time that the subs hit, I get light dimming. I'm 100% perfectly tuned, no clipping. I had a buddy do that with a DD1. And then we did it off the Oroscope. And I'm not clipping, I'm just light dimming because everything in this fucking car is power everything and from 1995. Power antenna, I got your basics back here. Like I said, we live in Michigan. Got ice scraper, jumper cables, coolant, odds and ends, funnels and shit, tow rope. Besides that, everything's back here. Even this electronic trunk closure actually still works. Watch this. Isn't that sweet? But let's start it up for you. Now, there's something bad about this car here. That the little old lady that I bought it from must have hit something or did something to the car, because I have a slightly cracked block, which isn't that bad, and the only way to fix that would be to buy another motor. On top of that, I also have a bad intake gasket. The reason why I wasn't putting any motor into I put a shit ton of money into the transmission, fuel filter, transmission fluid, Lucas trans-slip, axle seals, tires, but I haven't really dumped anything into the motor. Just because it has the crack in it. And by the time that I get, I think it was quoted $2,200. By the time that I put that money into this car, I will be balls deep into this car. Meaning, by the time I'm done doing all this, I would just be putting money into it just to keep it. If I sell it, I wouldn't never gain anything back out of it. This car on KBB is like $1,500 to $1,700. And to be perfectly honest, a Michigan car in this good of condition, you're pushing right around $1,500, $1,600 all day. And I've already put that much into it. So, therefore, it is a nice car. I do like the car. I like how it drives. I like how it handles. But I don't think it's going to be worth it. Unless if I can get my hands on a Series 1 supercharged motor for dirt cheap. And like I said, she doesn't have that many miles. She has 150,000 miles on it. All the gauges work. JVC head unit, climate control, everything. And it's not like I'll be grounded because I got that Bonneville right there. Although she's a raggedy piece of shit and she doesn't drive in a straight line, I still can get to point A to point B doing 60. Like I said, she works great. I put in the aftermarket radio. That still works. AC even works in this fucking thing. Airbag suspension work in this thing. I got heated seats, power windows, power locks. Did have power mirrors, that wasn't me. And neither is that one over there attached. That was a little old lady. Everything in this car works. Besides this. It tells you when you're parked, if you have your trailer lights on, if you're stopping, high beams, low beams, blah, 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 blah. That really doesn't affect me. And it even has a garage door thingy if you want to put your garage doohickey thingy in there. Then I have the radio. And I have a radar detector. I don't typically drive the slowest. Besides that, I got the radio. Radio on, radio works, as you see in my videos. So, you know, it comes down to, what do I want to put into it? Is it worth me putting $2,200 into it? I don't know. I would have to see how the car looks after 2 years, because this is the second year it hasn't been garage kept. Although I do wash my car constantly, at least every month to every 3 months, because of the place that I go to get my oil change. They have a car wash, so I get one of their like $35 oil changes, and I get a free car wash. But like over there, it has the dual climate control and everything. I mean, everything in this car works. I mean, everything. So, it's just one of those things where, is it actually, like I said, everything? Is it worth me sticking the money into it? I don't know. I do like the car. I do. But at the same time, can I get something cleaner? I don't know. $2,000 can buy you a pretty good, decent car. You know, at least above average. But at the same time, I've known what I put into this one. So if I dump another motor into it, then I'm gonna have to change the head gasket, or not the head gasket, but the intake gasket. Change supercharger fluid, spark plugs, wires, which that shit ain't really nothing to me, but it's just the whole fact of, I've already dumped so much into it already. I'm at about $1,700 already. So if I dump any more into it, I'm losing my ass on this car. I'm never going to regain another damn penny from it. So, like I said, in the next 2 years, maybe we'll see where this car is at. I mean, if she lasts 2 years, if she doesn't last a year, then we'll see where she's at then. If she's in better condition than a lot of the cars they can find, then I'll just put the money in this one. If she's not, then I'll buy another one. But as of right now, she's great. I got, like I said, I got automatic climate control. I got a stack of receipts, like a Detroit phone book, of everything that I put into this car since I ordered it. I put ambient temperature sensor. I put thermostat. Flushed the radiator fluid. That's when I found that fucking leak, or the cracked block. I do have a check engine light it's on. It's a P01 something or another. But I looked on Mitchell and it says that it's an intake gasket for this year. So I'm like, well, fuck. Now I have a bad intake gasket and a cracked block. Oh, well. And she is lacking in power. And yes, I did just replace a fuel pump too, not too long ago. So she's lacking in power. Transmission shifts fine. She just lacks in power because she can't keep the RPMs up because of the bad intake gasket. She's getting too much air, not enough fuel, or too much fuel and not enough air. Although the oil still looks fine, she may be getting a little too much. I mean, it could come down to maybe I can't find a better, decent car on Craigslist that I know what's been done to it. And if that's the case, I'll just keep on dumping money through this because I know what's been done to this car. And I know this motherfucker, if I stick a new engine in it, and let's say that engine's 150,000 miles, I know I can hop in this car and I can drive it another 100,000 miles and be perfectly fine. Which you can't pay for a price of reliability that you can't pay for. But at the same time, if you put that price for reliability, you would lose your ass on a car like this. And it's not just this car, it's your personal own car. I mean, I see a lot of 09s on Craigslist that need motors or transmissions. I like the older shit. Shit's cheaper. Shit works. Keeps my ass cool, keeps my ass hot, keeps my butt cheeks warm. That's all I need. I don't need no fucking OnStar bullshit. I mean, OnStar is great if you fucking get into an accident or whatever, but everybody that's in Michigan knows that we drive about 60, 65 miles per hour all day, every day on any fucking road. Even with snow. So if you're traveling 65 miles per hour, you need to understand something. You better not get stupid. If you get stupid, you will fuck yourself up in a heartbeat, and more than likely you will not survive. That's just how it is. Most of the people up here that get into car accidents, they don't survive, and the people that do, they were only doing about 30, 40 miles per hour. But, you know, you got to keep it with the flow of traffic. You drive too slow, you get pulled over. You drive too fast, you get pulled over. So who really cares? Although in wintertime it says, well, you need to drive for weather conditions. I mean, that's cool and all, but shit. I have no problems driving on ice. I have no problems driving on snow. And it's not even the snow and the ice that scares me. It's the stopping and the going that does. That's the most hardest part, is stopping and going. You could go down a 2-mile stretch of 4-inch snow at 120 miles per hour and be perfectly fine. But you have to go straight. You can't turn. You can't slam on your brakes. And if you do brake, you can't brake instantly. You have to easily brake. And if you start sliding, then you need to learn how to control your car, which a lot of front wheel drives becomes tricky. It's not like a wheel drive car. It's completely different. Body weight is key to these things. Oh, and a new window as well in it. Actually, second window. First window I broke. Second window, the woman was moving the vehicle. I hit a rock, a pebble, something. It was something that big. She was coming out, and when she was coming out the car, she had the door open, and it grazed her chin, smacked up here, and from there ricocheted and hit. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. And it was something that damn big. And I was mowing the lawn, and that was the first time that I mowed the lawn that year. So I had to pay for another $350 window. Like I said, I got 2 receipts for windows in here. I got axle seals, fuel pump, oil changes, car washes, details. What else? Sensors, transmission maintenance, new tires, new seals. I mean, the only thing that hasn't been touched has been the motor besides the oil changes. And to be completely honest, I don't even know the reason why I fucking do those. But it's just, I'm into that cycle of maintenance. I'm also keep that cycle of maintenance. I mean, if I can find somebody that can either code weld that spot, fine. I'll take that. But it has to be for under $2,200. If they can't, then I will. But it's not even it's not even fixing that spot. Is Okay, it's been running with a bad intake gasket for this long. God only knows what damage it has done or it has created. And even with that being said, can they even fix that spot? I don't know. I have no clue. They could fix the spot, but I don't really want to. I want to fix the cold walled spot and then put an intake gasket in it, and it's still hacked up on me without no power because of damage. You see what I'm saying? So I'd rather just go the smart way and buy a new motor or buy a block and rebuild it. I mean, there is zero aftermarket performance parts for the Series 1 motor. So I might be able to find a 96 or a 97 Ultra or a Bonneville SE or an SLE or an SSEI or a GTP or a Buick GS or a Buick Riviera and still have it Series 2, and I can throw all types of goodies on this thing. I could, if I get a non-supercharged, I can put a turbo on it. And if I get one that's supercharged and I want to keep the supercharged, I can put a different pulley on it to make some more boost. That I can go custom ECM and all that other great shit. So I could put some money into a Series 2, but I gotta find that right Series 2 that looks just as good as this one. If not, I could, if I can find one that's wrecked or rusted out, would be like a GTP, because the computer hangs on the right side. When you open the hood, it's on the right side, connected to the strut support, kinda ish. It's like a little metal shield there, and it'll plug right into here. And I would have to use their fuel pump, and use the motor, and use the transmission. But like I said, by the time I'm done with that, I'm gonna be balls deep into everything. Then I'm just gonna keep the car, and it'll just be a project, like a little project car that, just because it looks like shit, it could have, $20,000 worth of fucking motor and transmission and all that shit into it. And to be perfectly honest, would be kind of cool. But I like these cars as cruisers and a little bit of power. I don't like a shit ton of power in these cars. I mean, yeah, they're cool little front wheel drives that can have a shit ton of power, but I would rather build like a 1980s Monte Carlo or Cutlass or Regal, one of those Buicks where a V8 is key and a V8 turbocharged is just king. I can do a lot more with it. I can go different ways. Front wheel drive only get you so far. And they have a wire gremlin in this fucking thing. A lot of times when I'm sleeping or during the day or whenever the hell it feels like it wants to, it'll honk the horn and you don't even have to be out here. And no, I do not have a horn thingy. I just have trunk, unlock, lock. That's all I got. It just honks whenever the hell it feels like it. Or if you honk the horn will stick. Which will fix to unhook that so bitch. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I know I wanna get better subs with a little bit more power. I want to build a better box, probably a 4th or 6th order. What else do I want to do? Zero gauge throughout the car. Depending on the power that I'm running, 1 to 2 batteries. Not including the battery to start the car. So it'll be 3 total. More than likely, guaranteed high output alternator. Definitely going to need that. Now, besides that, I do not know what I'm going to put that in. I don't know if it's still going to be this, or if it's going to be another car. I'm not looking to do any crazy dB numbers. I'm just looking to for a great sound quality. And aftermarket door speakers and tweeters. They look factory, but they aren't. I took the door off of them. They're all MVX. I believe 6x5s on the front, I do believe. I think that's 1-inch tweeter. Yeah, 6x5 mids, tweeters, 6x9s in the back. All NVX. Hyphonics, I've had those subs for close to 2 years. Never blew them. Like I said, everything's perfectly tuned on the amp and on my deck. So, it is what it is. Like I said, this one, I mean, this thing so ran down. I got a ratchet strap holding the trunk down. I got like 4 flat tires, but the motor's perfectly clean. But I love building these cars. I like maintaining these cars. I like fixing these cars. I've built a few of them. I did enjoy them, but I didn't enjoy them as much as my old Regal, or like a Monte Carlo, or an older G-Body Stati, or old G-Body style from GM. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Like I said, brand new tires. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Yes, I live in a gully. I live in the holler. The big ol' ass hill up there. And yes, you're looking right. All that rain, mud, sleet, snow comes down, goes in my driveway. And no, my driveway is not flat. And I do all this with a front wheel drive car. Yes. When you live here, you learn how to drive. You may not hit the rev limiter, and when you do, you hit it at least 5 times. So, talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.